I didn't get an explanation. I was probably honestly too angry to ask for an explanation.
What did you see on that play?
I said you need to throw a flag on me because that's I don't want to talk about it. Listen, we played a really good football team tonight. Wisconsin's good in all three phases. You can't start a game with a kick return. That there's 7 points right there, and we lost by 7. They're good in the run game, but we gave up too many big plays in the run game. Just missed tackles, I thought, and we shot ourselves in the foot on a couple offensive drives with penalties. And it's happened too much. We need to get it fixed. We're gonna get it fixed. We keep putting ourselves in position against really good teams. We got to get it done.
Is this offense you there?
Yeah.
Your defense was pretty banged up today. I mean, just not having Damien out there a lot, and obviously JoJo. I mean, how do you think your guys held up, and what gave them some problems today with the way Braylon Allen was running?
We're beat up. Everybody's beat up this time of year. That's not an excuse. We're missing a couple guys that I would think would make a difference. A lot of teams are at this point. We got to tackle better. Saw a couple guys come up and hit without wrapping up. A couple guys with chances to, the one long run, I thought we had a chance to tackle them in the backfield, and instead it turned into a 70-yard run. It's good we're getting those kids experience. We got to be a little bit better and make those plays when it matters.
How close was Adrian not come out in the second half? It was kind of a question.
Yeah. He's a tough kid. I think there are a lot of people that wouldn't have played several of the games that he's played in this year.
Allen, what makes him so difficult to slow down?
Their running back?
Yeah.
He's big and fast, and he has a lot of good people blocking for him.
The second interception, the ball floated on Adrian. Did you think that the first one was less of a bad decision, the one that was over the middle?
The first one, I think our receiver just needed to go get the ball. That's what it looked like to me. I got to see the tape, but he was open enough. I thought the ball was in a good spot. We got to come get the ball. The second one, I was kind of chewing him for it, and I think maybe his injury had a little to do with how that one came out of his hand.
Why was your offense so effective today in ways that no other offense has been this year against Wisconsin?
I got so much respect for Coach Leonard. When I watched them on tape, I said going into the game, I thought they were one of the best defenses we've watched on tape getting ready for a game. We've had some success against them getting yards. We haven't won. So that's the stat that matters the most. But I thought that the team we had put together a really good game plan. Thought for the most part we executed it well, minus one mistake in the first half at wide out and didn't run the right motion and got influenced the snap, and that cost us drive and a couple penalties on the offensive line. We kind of stopped ourselves as much as we got stopped.
Dude, was there something though this week when it's just you kind of calling the plays and putting together the game plan that maybe you decided to do something different that kind of unlocked?
I don't know, Sam. I'm not going to get into that. I get too much love and respect for the guys that I've spent so much time with to talk about that. We did some fun things this week that I think the kids had fun practicing and getting ready for, and we're just getting better as a football team, and we have been for a long time, and we're a pretty darn good team despite what our record says. I think everybody can see that, and we got some weapons on offense, and it was a good game against a really good defense that's coached really well.
Obviously,
Got some urgence today. He hadn't played an awful lot. You want to talk about what he did to get those reps?
Yeah, Ramirez banged up, had a running back that's not in the program anymore, and Gabe Irvin got hurt early in the year. So we were thin there, and he got his opportunity. Thought he did some really good things. It was good to see.
What do you think on Adrian's second interception? You said maybe was it his arm that you're talking about that maybe affected it?
Yeah, that's what he told me. So he's tough. Ball floated in the air too long, and the safety came and got it. And he played I thought he played a whale of a game. his check down was there in that situation. I'd rather have the ball go there.
Were you surprised at all with the production you got from Scott, and then also Brody Belt and Marquise Stepp? I mean, none of those guys have played much for you at all in several weeks.
Yeah, we had a pack of running backs that they're all good players. Nobody's really separated, and through consistency and everything else, you just need to. We'd be a better team if we had one guy at the front of the pack, and it's been a group of guys, and taking nothing away from them. I thought they all played well tonight.
Were you looking for a way to get Blaze Gunnarsson or Nash Hutmacher involved in the game, or was that strictly because of the way the chips fell?
No, injury front, that's the way the chips fell, but Jamari and Blaze are both doing a great job and going to be good football players.
Was the clock working about how you wanted it to on that last drive? Because you had the 3 timeouts before the Ben Hart penalty. Were you feeling pretty good about where you were time-wise?
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about using the timeouts. I didn't want to score too fast, keeping an eye on that, and I was really happy with where we were until it was 1st and 20. Then you're behind a little bit. One thing I'll say, I said to the team, there's been a little too much hoping we win, I think, and not enough knowing we're going to win and believing we're going to win. I've been around the guys all day at the hotel and here, and the guys believed they were going to win today. I think they even believed it on that last drive, and I told them before the drive we're going to go for 2 when we score, and we were headed in that direction.
2 more for Coach. Austin Allen, was that plan to try to give him as much action that he saw today, or is that just something that developed?
He got open a lot today. I think the way they play gives you some opportunities to get to the tight end. Again, I think the staff that I got with me right now did a great job putting a plan together. And Austin's awesome. He's a real guy.
On the in terms of your offensive staff, how did you feel like the communication worked in the game? I know you'll review it and all, but did you feel like it was pretty smooth with Cooper up in the box?
Yeah, Steve Cooper's is going to be a really good football coach, and he was great. Helped out with some adjustments that we made that actually helped us pop a couple big plays, and he was the guy in my ear, and he did a great job.
I know you're calling the game, but on the opening touchdown, did you think? I mean, you had a chance to tackle him, or did it look like there was a bust somewhere along the way?
Which opening touchdown? The kick return?
The kick return touchdown, yeah.
Yeah, it looked to me like we had at least one clean guy that missed, and I got to look at the tape. I don't know.
Good, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
see on the last play?
Maybe you don't want to comment on the officiating. What was your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, wow. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Not going to say anything about the officiating. That's not my place. I need to go back and watch it on film and see the whole grasp of the play there. We had a lot of crossing-type routes, and that's where I thought we had the best shot. Situation like that, 4th and 15, you need to give someone a chance, and so that's what I was trying to do.
What do you think about your coach Frost putting up a fight for you after that call and really kind of taking it to the ref?
Yeah, well, as a team, we do appreciate that. We do appreciate the fight, but, I mean, there's no reversing that call, so.
Scott said that he thought there's been a little too much hoping that you'd pull out a game like that, and that he told you you were going to go for 2 if you scored there. I mean, you felt pretty good as that drive was developing late in the game.
No question, no question. The offense had been rolling pretty much the entire day, if you will. We felt really confident going into today with the game plan and then how we were executing it. So that drive was really no different, and we were in the fringe high red zone area with a minute left. I mean, we felt like we were going to go score. Didn't feel like it. I mean, you have to believe it, right? And that's where we were at.
What was true about your offense today that hasn't, I mean, they give up 211 yards a game. You guys had 450. So what were you guys able to do that no other team's been able to do?
Yeah, I will say that going into the game, Coach Frost and some of the other coaches wanted to be aggressive. We were going to throw the ball more this game, and we definitely did those things. There were some aggressive play calls, I mean, starting with the first play of the game. So that was a trend and followed up on continuously throughout the game, no matter what sort of happened. Even after I threw that pick, we still came back and were throwing the ball down the field, and I'd say that was a big difference. But we felt confident in that. That's part of our strengths as a team, as an offense.
Did you like that they were as aggressive as they were?
Of course, yeah, of course. You know, I have a lot of confidence in the guys on the team, and, you know, that sort of game plan allowed me to throw the ball more. I'm a quarterback. That's what I like to do, you know.
How much of the running backs, a lot of new guys today, what they did to help you out?
Yeah, they ran hard. Marvin did a good job when he got time. Brody Belt, obviously, love him, and he did a great job knowing where to be. He was sort of a utility guy, caught a ball out of an empty set, ran the ball well, and then step as well. Hard runner. I mean, it's all you can ask, you know, guys going where they need to be and running hard, hitting the hole.
After you missed the last series of the first half, did you have any doubts in the locker room that you'd be ready to go, or did you need to see how you threw the ball?
I had some doubts, and I needed to see how I was doing out there on the field, but we made it happen.
Your thoughts on Austin Allen today?
Yeah, well, I don't have the stats in front of me here, so I'm not entirely sure what that looked like, but, I mean, he's a stud. He's 6'8", 6'9", whatever he is, knows how to get open, can feel natural space, and, I mean, on that play when we had 21 points, we're getting to 28, I mean, that's credit to Austin. He found the space. He made the play happen. Yeah, I'm not going to get into any of that.
Was the second interception, was that part of that?
I don't like to make excuses, so that's just a bad throw.
All good. All right, we'll get Austin Allen.
You're a team guy, so I just wondered, do you even feel the accomplishment that you've had this season and today's game? Can you appreciate that in this moment?
I mean, right now, just learning about it, and I'm very appreciative for it. I mean, if I had my choice, I'd go 0 catches all season if we'd win. If I knew we'd win every game. I know a lot of guys on this team are the same way, but I'm grateful for it. There were plays to be made across the board today, and for the most part, we went out and did it. We just came up 1 or 2 plays short.
How would you characterize the game plan today? I mean, how would you describe your game plan got you 150 yards.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality was we were going to come out and take some shots. I mean, that's the way Wisconsin has been beat this year. So people had some big plays, and when they take shots against a great defense like Wisconsin, and we knew that across the board we're going to just have to make the plays. I mean, Adrian was going to give us a chance, and got to go make the plays, and we knew that was, like I said, that's the way they've been had this year. I mean, 450 yards against a team like that is pretty nice, but like I said, it's 1 or 2 plays short that we need to get the job done out there.
How tough was it to respond? Obviously, you went down and scored on your first drive as an offense, but giving up the kick return touchdown to start the game, did it feel like that set back from the start?
Yeah, that's adversity. I mean, that's football too. We know if you're a Husker, you know we play with adversity. I mean, a lot. They made a great play on the kick return. Only thing we can do is go down and respond. I mean, that's the only mentality we can have. Move on from it. We can't change it. They made a great play, great kickoff return. Is what it is. But it's, as an offense, we didn't stutter, so to say. We knew that we had a job to get done, and we gave it our all.
I know, obviously, Coach Beckton is still here, but what was the week like in trying to put a game plan in and all that? Did it feel like a normal week for the offense as a unit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm heartbroken those guys are not here. I had a relationship with those guys. But there's a lot of unseen work that gets done by the GAs, offense analysts, guys that behind the scenes that don't really get recognized, that do a lot of the work. And so some of their work kind of came into fruition today. I'm grateful for those guys. They're really smart guys at the second level of coaching, so to say. I'm grateful for those guys to really kind of get their chance at showing the team what we can do, what they can do versus a great defense like Wisconsin.
Were you concerned at all about Adrian not being ready for the second half after he missed that last series?
I honestly didn't know what was going on. I'm going to compete whoever's back there at quarterback. I didn't know the whole situation there, and I still don't, to be honest. So that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Austin, Coach Frost said that too much hoping you win rather than knowing you will win going into the game. Did you sense something different today in terms of attitude from the guys?
There's an attitude that's switching around here of recognizing that we can get this done, making 1 or 2 more plays. It's not really more so hope anymore. It's we got to get the job done, and we know we can now. There's 1 or 2 more plays across the board that we just have to go take. We just can't, hope it's going to happen. Like Coach Frost says, we just got to go take it.
If you had a choice, is this not the offense that you'd want to see every game? Like it was kind of freewheeling and open. There were turnovers, but is this the offense you'd love to see?
Yeah, it's a fun offense to play in when you can put out numbers like that. But there's, different week in and week out, you're going to get different looks, different things. People are going to be better at defending things here and there, so you can't necessarily just air it out every week. Iowa's a tough defense too, so we're going to have to get a great game plan and a quick turnaround here. Game coming up Friday.
Thank you, Austin. We'll get Garrett Nelson in here and finish up. Seeing Caleb down, and you were out there and came back and talked to the team. What happened there? What did you see happen?
Yeah, it's never a good thing when a guy goes down and doesn't move, when he's sitting there. And, obviously the worst thoughts were running in my head. So I was making sure I was hovering over him, making sure everything was all right. And, he could feel everything and move everything. And it was great to see him walking around and talking to everybody. So, sucked. That guy's been completely turned a leaf and been working harder than anybody I know. And he's a great guy on our team, works his ass off, and it's tough to see one of your fellow position guys go down like that. But Blaze and D-Jax filled in. They did a great job. Super proud of those guys for coming in and playing as hard as they do, and that's why they show up to work every day, just like our whole position group does. And I can't speak to how proud I am of those guys for coming in and playing as hard as they did.
You guys have faced a lot of really good backs this year. Where's Braylon Allen now step up now that you've faced him?
Yeah, he's probably number one. He's a pretty special guy. He's going to be a problem in the Big Ten for a long time, and I can't wait to play him again. So, he's like I said, he's a special kid.
Is there anything? I mean, obviously you'll go back and watch it, but off the cuff, is there anything you can think of that to explain why he had a day that nobody else had really had against you so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, better on tackling, obviously on defense, getting more hats to the ball, just some gap stuff up front needed to take care of in crucial situations. But he's just a special back, and that's what backs do.
Two more guys, there is. Did you notice anything different? I mean, you were at some points rolling a lot of guys in that haven't played a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Gunnarsson, Hutmacher, Gifford, obviously.
Yeah.
What was it like working those guys in on the fly against obviously a pretty often?
Yeah, we all live in the same neighborhood, and we've been talking about it for a long time. So, some of those guys are my roommates. I live with Nash and Blaze and Gifts down the road. So, talking about that and being excited for those guys. And like I said, I hugged them all after the game and told them I was so happy and proud. It's like a proud dad moment, hugging those guys, telling them how much I love them, how proud I am of them for coming in a big game and playing the way they did, and handling it a lot better than I would have when I was that young.
How do you expect this team to finish it off next year?
Tyler, let's go. We got to go practice tomorrow, and some of us operate on a little bit more dog, so let's go get it done.
All good. Good.